everybody, welcome to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're doing another Foundation Friday, and on today's video, we're going to be doing the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. This is a newer foundation. It's come out in the last couple of months. I think it was February or March maybe when this came out, so I'm very excited to give this a try. Like I said, it's a newer foundation. Before we get started, if you were not aware, I do have my own online clothing boutique. It is nimities.com. The link is in the description bar down below if you're curious. If not, that's okay too. Also, while you're watching today's video, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, the like button down below. Also, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button. I do appreciate everyone who is willing to give me their little click of that button. Also, if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. I do love to hear from all of you. Let's go ahead and get into the foundation. So again, this is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. Before I turn the camera on, I did spray my face down with the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. I'm also using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Those are two standards that I use when I'm doing my foundation reviews if you're new to my channel. Wanted to throw that out there before we get into the description of the foundation. So I am on the Maybelline New York website showing all of the information here for this foundation. So I got it in shade 02 Fair Porcelain. There is one shade lighter than this called Alabaster. I was really trying to figure out which shade to get for me, and I figured Alabaster might be just a little bit too pale, which is unusual for a drugstore foundation. So I went with the second highest shade, or lightest shade, which is Fair Porcelain. So let's read to you from the website. So it says, why you'll love it, what it is. Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation visibly improves the look of skin, giving you a natural looking glow you'll never want to take off. This lightweight foundation, formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen, hydrates and smooths skin while delivering a medium coverage foundation finish for the look of plump skin. There are benefits. Get ready to face the city with radiance. Experience a medium coverage foundation finish your skin will never want to take off. This lightweight foundation, formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen, moisturizes skin and gives a natural, radiant look. Delivering up to 12 hours of hydration, this new formula comes in 20 different shades and provides smooth and even-looking skin. It's the perfect foundation for dry skin. So it is April when I'm filming this. I think this might be still going up in April. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm towards the end of April right now when I'm filming this. I can't remember when this is posting. It might be the first weekend or the first week in May. But this is a weird week because earlier this week it was 72 degrees and today it's going to be like 53. So difference of 20 degrees in like 3 days. It was 70 degrees and then yesterday it was 72 degrees 2 days ago. Yesterday it was like 48 for a high, and today I think it's only supposed to be 52. So wide range of temperatures. Sorry if you're hearing my dog bark. I know you're hearing my dog bark. My microphone will pick that up in an instant. I don't know what she's barking about, but that's okay. Let's go ahead in with the foundation. There are plenty of people in my house that can take care of her. Oh, there she is. She's walking in the room right now. So that's what it looks like. I am going to be applying this two different ways. I'm going to be using my brush on the right side of my face, and then I'm going to be using my sponge on the left side of my face. So my primer has been sitting in like on my skin for probably about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. So it definitely should have sunk in by now and we can get started. This shade might even be a little bit light. I thought Alabaster was going to be light and I thought this would actually work for me, but it might not be too light. I don't know. It just looks very light because my skin has a normal redness to it that is sometimes hard to cover. So we'll see if this is able to cover that natural redness. All right, I would definitely not call this full coverage. It claims it's medium coverage, but I think I'm going to put a little bit more here on my cheek to see if I can build it up, because it's definitely not covering up everything that I would prefer it to cover up. Like I have a little bit of a blemish here on my chin. I'm curious as if it's going to cover up the one that's over here. So it looks like it is at least somewhat buildable because I was able to build it up here on my face. I don't think the shade's too bad, at least not under this lighting. All right, let's go in with a sponge. I do still have some on the back of my hand. I'm going to go ahead and use that up before I get any more. I did put 3 pumps on my hand, so I'm probably going to need maybe 4 or 4.5 to get my whole face done. All right, so I keep working on this because it's giving me kind of a weird finish with the sponge. It's almost giving me like a powdery finish, which is very, very weird because this is supposed to be a moisturizing foundation. So I'm not quite sure why the finish is giving me like a powdery finish with the sponge. The brush isn't looking that way, and I don't know why I'm going over it with the sponge, but the sponge is looking very powdery almost. It's weird, and I have some lines, wrinkles on the insides of my eyes, which it's also grabbing onto kind of weird as well. So I'm not sure about this right now. It's looking almost like a powdery texture. It's odd. And it's not covering everything, which, you know, that's fine. A lot of foundations won't cover everything. But I'm not necessarily loving the finish of this. It looks almost powdery. It's just really weird. It looks almost powdery, which makes no sense to me at all. Maybe it just needs to like meld in with my skin. See, this is definitely looking a little bit pale. I'm looking in the viewfinder and I'm looking quite ghostly, but I've got some bronzer and I got some powder that's slightly tinted that's going to help with that as well. All right, the time now is, I'm getting an early start today, 7:46. So we're just gonna call 8 o'clock the check-in time just to make it easy for all my day, the rest of my day. So we'll check in at noon. I'm not gonna be able to check in at 4 o'clock, I don't think, because I think I have a conference call today at it's either 4 or 4:30. So I will be checking in at some time this evening, whether it be 4 o'clock before my conference call or I think it might be 4. I think my conference call might be at 4:30. So I might be able to check in before my conference call. If not, it will be after that at some point. So, but we're going to definitely check in at 12 o'clock. That shouldn't be an issue today. Or maybe it'll be 12:30 because I think I have a conference call at 12 o'clock today too. Wow, my day is going to stink. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. All right, you guys, it is 8:07, but I was definitely done with my face by 8 o'clock, so I was already doing my eyeshadow by 8 o'clock. So we're still going to stick with the 8 o'clock check-in time. What is on my face? I have 2 powders, my Physicians Formula powders that I always use in my foundation reviews. This one is the Mineral Face Powder. This one is the Mineral Correcting Powder. The Mineral Face Powder they're both translucent, or at least they claim to be translucent. The Correcting Powder will have the effect of lightening my foundation a little bit. The Mineral Face Powder can darken my foundation a little bit. So depending on what my foundation is looking like, I will dip into both, but I might dip a little bit heavier into one than the other. Today I dipped into the face powder a little bit more than the correcting powder because of the fact that I needed to deepen it just a little bit. All right, bronzer is the Balm Take Home the Bronze in Oliver on my cheeks. I actually didn't put any on my forehead. I probably should have, but I didn't. My blush is Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party. And then my highlighter is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Highlighter in Stunner. And then on my eyes, my concealer is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer on my under eyes, just a touch on my nose and on my blemishes. My brows, I have the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil. I have blonde on the front part of my brow, and then the other one is the medium brown on the back part of my brow. I have the MAC Painterly Paint Pot on my eyes as a primer. I'm using the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette as my eyeshadow. If I can get it open. I have Sunnies to set the primer, Sweet Tea in the crease. I have Coral Punch all over the lid with Strawberry Lemonade over top of it. And then I have Ice Pop on my outer corner and my under eye. And then just a touch of Main Squeeze on my inner corner. I have the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise on my lashes. I sprayed my face down with MAC Fix Plus. This is almost empty, so it's like getting kind of like big chunks. Anyway, on my lips, I'm using my Flower Shine On Lip Gloss in Plum Pansy. That's everything. All right. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in and we can talk about this foundation. All right. So what? We're about a half an hour in. I'm a little concerned because this feels very, very sticky. I did powder it quite a bit. I also sprayed it down with a setting spray, but it does feel quite sticky, especially on my cheeks and my chin. It feels quite sticky. I'm not loving that. I don't really like to have my face feel sticky throughout the day. I don't know anybody who does. Maybe there's some people out there, but not me. Anyhow, besides the stickiness though, I think it's looking all right. I don't feel like it's too deep into my crease on my forehead. I think it looks pretty good on my nose, on my cheeks. It's just starting to crack a little bit on my chin, which is not my favorite, but it's not terrible either. It's just starting to crack a little bit. But it's like, it's even sticky down here. I do not like that feeling. I'm not going to love it if my hair starts sticking to it. We're going to have some issues with this foundation if I'm sticky all day. So that's going to be a problem. It might look fantastic. I'm not sure that it will continue to look fantastic. And it doesn't even look, I mean, it looks okay right now. It's not terrible. Even my chin looks pretty good, but if this continues to be sticky, I am not going to like this at all. So we will see. My skin will get itchy and all sorts of stuff if it stays sticky feeling, especially if my hair sticks to it. That's gonna be a problem. Anyway, that's where we're at. Just like a half an hour, 45 minutes into having this on my skin. Hopefully it does like dry down, maybe? I can hope. I'm gonna grab a quick breakfast and I'm gonna start work, and I will see you all at 12 o'clock. All right, y'all, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna do this midday check-in in the window instead of outside because it is cold. So I guess it's more not laziness, it's more cold. Anyway, it is 12:10, so just about on time. I did just spend the last couple of minutes looking in the mirror, but I'm gonna stand closer to the window. Fortunately, the sun is out in full force right now, but it's not angled towards my window right now. I'm not quite sure why, but we're gonna go ahead and show you my skin. All right, so I'm a little bit disappointed with this foundation, to be honest with you. Looking in my mirror here, it still looks dry. Does anybody else see that? Like, specifically, I'm gonna put my mirror down because I already know the areas that I'm concerned about. It didn't break. Specifically along my forehead, along that line in the middle of my forehead, I feel like it looks really dry, but really, really dry around my mouth and my chin. Like I mean, I know I'm 41, but I don't normally get this much feathering with foundation around my lip. And like even here where I have a scar on my lip, it is really cracked and it looks almost powdery on my skin. And I don't know why, because this is supposed to be a moisturizing foundation, right? I mean, that's what they said. So, sorry, I wanted to pick up my mirror again, just to be sure that I'm saying what I mean. It just looks powdery. It looks dry. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I hope you guys can see what I mean when I'm saying it looks dry. It looks powdery. And I didn't put all that much powder on my face. And I sprayed it down with MAC Fix Plus. It just really, really looks dry. I'm not loving it. But on the flip side, arm's length away, I think it looks pretty nice. Go figure. But I just don't like it the way how it looks close up. And that bothers me. It really bothers me, especially considering this is supposed to be a moisturizing foundation. All right, I will check in again. I do have a meeting at 4:30, so I'm going to try to check in before my meeting. If I don't get an opportunity to do that, I won't talk to you guys until probably close to 6 o'clock. So we'll see how the afternoon plays out. I will see you guys then. Oh, my 12 o'clock meeting was canceled. That's how I got to check in on time. See you guys this afternoon. All right, everybody. So I am back. I don't have my phone. Where's my phone at? Hold on one second. All right, now I'm back. It is 4:08, so just a couple minutes after 8 hours. And I'm going to take this off. I will say this. It's not as shiny as some other moisturizing foundations have gotten in the past. And I've actually had my room here that I've been working in all day pretty warm. But it's definitely not as shiny. So that is a plus. However, around my mouth, it still looks very dry. It looks cracked up around my mouth. My scar looks bad. My chin looks bad. This whole area, which if you're new to my channel, my mouth is my problem area. Around my mouth is my problem area. It just looks dry, and I don't like the look of it. Looking at the sides of my nose, it doesn't look too bad, but I think it looks pretty on my cheeks. I think it has a nice, finish on my cheeks. I feel like it is starting to wear off a little bit on the end of my nose. My forehead, I think, looks good. I must have been touching my hair or something because it's starting to wear off here along my hairline. I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not. Sorry if you heard that scrape, but it's starting to wear off right there along my hairline. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. Yeah. It just looks kind of weird. In certain places, it looks almost oily. Like my nose looks almost oily. It's not terrible. Like I said, I've had definitely worse. But around my mouth, it just looks really, really dry. And it's just odd to me because I don't normally get that as much with hydrating foundations. So if you don't have like trouble skin, like if you don't have a lot of wrinkles or you don't have like older skin, like I have older skin around my mouth, especially because, I don't know, I just have issues around my mouth. That's the only place that I typically, knock on wood, will get acne still along my chin. Not normally on my upper lip, but on my chin is like the only area that I still typically will get acne. Yeah. So that's definitely a problem area for me, but I don't like the way it's sitting on my lip. I don't like the way it's sitting on my chin, but my cheeks look nice. So, if you need a moisturizing foundation, this might be worth a try, especially if you can get it on sale. I got this. I picked up 2 Maybelline items and they were buy one, get one 50% off at Ulta when I picked this up. So I didn't pay full price for this. I paid about 75%. I forget off the top of my head right now what the other Maybelline item was that I picked up. I can't remember. But it was buy one, get, it was an eyeshadow palette because I need more eyeshadow palettes. But I did pick this up, buy one, get one 50% off. And I can't remember which item was more expensive, the eyeshadow palette or the foundation. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you can get this on sale, I would say, and you have dry skin, I would say it might be beneficial. But like I said, it just kind of looks dry on my chin and it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Anyway, if you like this video, thumbs up down below. That is my review of the video of the foundation. What is it called again? I'm going to get it wrong. The Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. Just not my favorite. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. That really helps me out too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys like the Dream Radiant Foundation. I think I said that wrong. No, that's right. Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. Let me know if you guys like this, if you've tried it. I would love to hear your thoughts on the foundation. It might just be me because that is definitely the problem area of my face. The rest of my face, I think it looks still pretty good. Pretty good. Not too oily this point, not too shiny this point in the day. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and I do hope to see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.